Welcome to this week's Hymn of the Week. This week we have ELW 487, What Feast of Love. And this tune is very well known, Greensleeves, I think we know it. It always sounds great on the flutes of the organ. But there's not much to say about Greensleeves. I think we know so much about this English ballad. But there's more to say about Dolores Duffner, the person that composed and created the text for What Feast of Love. Because it's interesting that it's a communion hymn, but yet has a Christmas tune to it. And this was definitely chosen purposefully by Dolores. Let me read a quote of hers. She composed this with her liturgy planning team at St. Benedict's Monastery in St. Joseph, Minnesota. Here's what she said. She wanted a communion song, or they requested they wanted a communion song especially suited to the Christmas season, with alternation between the choir and the congregation. By using this melody already associated with the Christmas mystery, I wanted my text to show the close relationship between the historical gift of God's self in the Incarnation and Christ's ongoing gift of self in the scriptural word and in the Eucharistic bread and wine. Great quote by Dolores Duffner. And what's interesting about this is, yes, we get to sing this at Advent this year. It reminds us not just of the text of Christmas, the feelings of Christmas, the celebration of Christmas with Christ coming to earth, but also that Christmas can be every day. I know a lot of people walk around and say, I'm going to make Christmas every day. Well, here's one way to do that, by singing this and the wonderful message it has about the Eucharist. Now, how I would like to transfer this idea of having the choir and the congregation. If you look at the text, in the middle of verse 1, it says, what food of everlasting life, what gracious gift is given. Then it goes into this is Christ the King, the response. So what I'm going to do on the organ as I play this is, yes, I will play this very big and full, but at that point I will add the family of reeds. And in organ world, family of reeds is fire, blazing fire. Nice blazing fire C chord there. Well, let's do an E flat too. My choir will love this chord. And anyway, so you get that fire approach, that blazing, that gulp, that fire. So that will add to it and give it a nice rousing feel. I'm also going to add some chimes to it to give a feel of the more Christmas feel. Because we are expectantly waiting, or we're expecting Christmas to come as well. So here is What Feast of Love. thank Hal Hobson. I used some ideas for the introduction and interlude for that. And hopefully you heard those fiery reads in there. Really adds a lot to this. This is Christ the King. We connect this particularly this week to the Jeremiah promise coming from Jeremiah. And that's an interesting connection. So I think it relates very nicely to Advent and also going into the Christmas season. Thank you for listening.